This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Boar Meets World. We are your hosts. I'm Kyle. Sitting across the table from me, as always, the wingman, co-pilot, probably main pilot, really, Steven.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing this week, buddy?
Oh, super. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah? Anything eventful happened to you?
Not at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, working every day.
Yeah.
What about you? Any fun in your life?
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
Care to share?
Oh, yeah. Just school cut me off just by good grades. And, yeah. But,
that might happen.
We got it taken care of, so it's all good.
You don't want to elaborate further?
Oh, just taking my credits from like 10 years ago that I already made up and everything, and then they averaged them to my grades now. And they were like, well, you only have a completion rate of 61%. Well, I've been trying to get a fucking degree for like 12 years, you know? Obviously, it's hit or miss for me, but when I do it, I do good. And I've been pretty consistent here lately, so you should probably only factor in what I've done since coming back to school. Well, can you explain the W's on your transcript and stuff? I was like, well, I couldn't afford them. Well, do you have documentation showing you can't afford them? I don't know, you got documentation showing you can't pay your fucking electric bill? Or
What's a W?
it's a withdrawal.
Oh, okay.
Because you remember when I went back, I was paying for courses myself with my little security guard paychecks and stuff.
Sure.
So, like, I would have to drop classes and go part-time if I couldn't afford it. So, apparently, the W's, the things that they tell you to get to save your GPA or to, you know, drop out, apparently they affect your grade, too.
Oh.
So, yeah, didn't know that.
Should someone have told you that, perhaps?
Or
you should have looked into it a little deeper.
Yeah, they probably should.
Who's to blame?
Probably both.
Okay.
Because, you know, they see my transfer credits when I come in. So they could have been like, hey, just so you know, we're only going to give you financial aid for one semester. Because they do that shit. They're like, well, the first semester is a grace period. And I'm just kind of like, that makes no sense. Why would you award me money and then take it away? After I've already shown that I'm committed and doing really well in these classes, but we're going to cut it off anyways. Hamstring you.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
But we're all good.
Yeah, we're good now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're good. Everybody give Kyle a big attaboy.
No, it doesn't matter. I wasn't going to talk about it online, but...
Well, we'll cut that part out for you.
Great. What about you? How's working 7 days a week?
It's a real treat.
Is it?
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
New guy stay on? Get fired?
New lady. So far, they're there.
Okay.
Do they know what the hell's happening? Remains to be seen.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to me if you've ever worked retail. Like, you know what to do.
No. They're just... I think they're a little nervous or something. I don't know. Or maybe being hit with too much information at one time. Because they seem to be, like, confusing a few different things with other things that you need to know. So I think it's just getting all jumbled in their brain. So they keep fucking it up.
Do they throw a lot at you when you first start?
Not really. I mean, I didn't feel terribly overwhelmed. But, yeah, whatever.
I mean, I've never worked
but
there,
I'm
so
not 70, so maybe that's a difference.
Are you trying to make fun of my grandma or something?
No, what?
No. I told her, I was like, why don't you go up there and work? And she was like, I tried. He got it. Talking about you.
Well, there might be a position once again here soon. We'll see.
Oh, because lady?
Yeah.
Overwhelmed?
Yeah. We'll see. Monday will be the big test. She'll be alone.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens.
I don't know if my grandma would be a good hire. She's getting ready to have surgery again, so.
Oh.
Yeah, she just get hired on just to be off, for weeks.
Sounds like everyone else we hired. So
oh, well,
seems fine.
She knows her cigarettes, though. I mean, she smoked them for 60 years, so.
What'd she smoke? Doral?
Doral, ultralights.
100?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
I think she pointed at them one time.
No.
So they used to be what I smoked or something.
She started drooling on the counter when she saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
She was like, just give me the e-juice.
Yeah, just give me the e-juice and let me get the fuck out of here before I relapse.
So, should we talk about how this is number 50? Make that a huge deal or something?
Yeah, this is a milestone for us, ladies and germs.
Even though we got absolutely nothing planned and didn't know until we hit record.
Yeah, we're like, button on the record button, like, this is episode 50.
So this is a big one.
Yeah.
But we'll try to not get the energy too high, right?
Yeah, we don't want to make it like a Skid Row concert or something.
So what are we covering today, Kyle?
Today we're covering Season 3, Episode 5 of Boy Meets World, titled Hometown Hero.
Mm-hmm. So what did you think about the episode? I'm just going to ask you that before we jump in.
It's okay. I felt like we had already kind of had more of the same thing. Cory, spoiler, Cory does something, then he gets credit for something else. He's guilty about it. At the end, he comes clean.
It's almost as if there's a formula to the show.
Yeah. Studying this thing every week is kind of exposing the flaws a little bit. But it's episodic television.
What kind of flaws do you have?
Like just the...
Other than your complaint of season 2 about all girls and... Well, that's about it, I think.
Yeah, just chasing girls. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just the rehash of this, because I feel like every season has had a couple episodes just like this for Cory.
I don't know about the hero aspect, but I guess finding an identity, perhaps.
Yeah, or the, like I said, just getting credit, like when they cheated on tests and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I'm probably expecting far too much out of a television show that when it ran, it was once a week. Mm-hmm. You didn't binge watch it. Mm-hmm. You probably had other shit going on in your life, so you didn't pay too much attention to it. It was something for you to kind of...
I think binge watching's whack anyways.
Clock out. Yeah, I saw where Disney Plus is doing their Mandalorian show. They're going to drop them once a week.
Oh, what's this?
On Disney's streaming service. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, you're not a Star Wars guy.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay,
yeah, it's
sorry.
a Star Wars show, Mandalorian. Okay. The guy looks like Boba Fett.
Okay.
Bounty hunter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you stoked?
It looked really cool, but I am not going to pay for Disney Plus.
Why not?
So, because, man, don't want to. They took all my favorite Marvel shows off Netflix, so a little upset by that.
Well, they'll put them on Disney Plus.
That's cool. I ain't gonna watch them over there.
All right.
Yeah.
I might get it if they put Boy Meets World in HD on there.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. Or going somewhere and maybe getting a discount. Wink, wink. So yeah, 305, Hometown Hero.
Yeah.
How'd this bad boy open up?
Well, we open up in the science lab. We haven't seen them in a science lab at all.
New class here, huh?
Yeah.
We've seen English. We've seen, that's all I can recall.
Yeah, English and, English.
History, I guess,
and
right?
History, yeah. It's a liberal arts school.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're in science class, and it's taught by Dr. Fuckhead. I don't remember his name. He seemed like a real...
Sorrel, I believe it was.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, if you have a doctor attached to your name and you're teaching high school, you fucked up somewhere. Sorry.
Maybe he just asked kids to call him that.
Yeah, call me doctor, even though I'm not a real doctor. Yeah. We had a guy come to work that was a psychologist, and he never got his PhD, but he would ask them to call him doctor when he spoke with the clientele there.
Based on the few things I've heard about that place, story checks out.
I mean, and they didn't like him at all. We're like, you don't have to see him if you don't want to. They're like, okay, and they go back. They go back next door and just hang out.
So what's going on in this classroom? I guess it's like chemistry or something?
Yeah, it's chem lab. The guys are talking about how they didn't type up their paper. High school quarterback is like, yo, Dr. Fuckhead, can I get a pass? I got practice. And he's like, well, sure, Timmy, you're the star quarterback of the school. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Close. I think it was Tommy, so you're pretty good today.
What did I call him?
Timmy.
All right, see? All right.
Paying attention.
Yeah,
I like
man.
it.
Yeah. For the benchmark episode, Kyle pays attention. Tune in.
Yeah, so football star, he doesn't have to turn in his paper. He's got to rest his football throwing arm. Can't be writing papers.
I can't study. I got to go home and study plays. I'm a winner. For some reason, he got a New Jersey Guinea accent. I don't know.
Philly, I mean, it's close enough, right?
Is that racist?
What?
Guinea?
I don't know. Keep saying it and we'll find out, I guess.
These downloads will be just like Ross Bohr.
Jeez, don't bring that up. Bummer.
Change RIB to RIP.
Don't rain on the parade. That is episode 50 over here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Cory and Sean, they're trying to come up with a story, and I guess you didn't even catch this part because you didn't freak out when I mentioned it.
Talking about aliens taking them and eating their homework? Oh, I got it. I just ignored it because if you ignore your problems long enough, they'll go away, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You keep thinking that. So yeah, aliens ate their homework? Is that their go-to? Okay.
That was Cory's contribution to the story.
He always comes up with very good excuses. If you recall, a recent one was the Hong Kong sloth. So.
Oh yeah, he got the Hong Kong sloth, so he wasn't able to go to school.
So they try to tell this to Mr./Dr. Fuckhead or Sorrel.
Yeah, but it's interchangeable.
Does it go well for them?
No, they don't. He doesn't even know who they are.
Doesn't even know Cory's name.
Yeah.
You ever have a teacher not know your name?
Quite a few actually.
No.
Like teachers are pricks, man. Low key.
Really?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. You heard that right? Wink, wink.
There's some good ones, but like I'll see teachers that I had in high school, and I don't remember having a problem with them. But like I'm like, hey, how you doing? They just look at me like I'm the biggest piece of shit on earth, and just keep walking. Like they don't say hi or anything.
Maybe they just don't remember, and they're like, why the fuck is this kid talking to me?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And he looks like a grungy dickhole.
Could be it, yeah. They're probably like, I failed and just kept walking.
I can see that.
Or they're like, wow, he's doing better than us and he didn't pay attention at all. Oh! Debatable.
Yeah. Debatable indeed.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
Well, boys break in.
Yeah. They stay up all night.
Stay up all night?
Finish their papers.
Yep, because it's supposed to be turned in that day, so they're going to pretend like they turned it in at the end of class.
It's kind of smart, right?
I guess, if you like catching a breaking and entering charge.
Yeah, well, they got away with it. Kind of.
Close, yeah.
Yeah. You ever have probably not this incident exactly, because you didn't break in and start a fire or anything at school, but any kind of similar situation?
I've been taking care of the cat at my old job for since I left. I would come in at night and feed him and make sure he was inside for the night. Finally, I was asked to return my keys because somebody saw me in there.
Yeah.
They're like, so they saw a male in a green truck. Were you up there? I was like, yeah, I was feeding the cat. They're like, sorry, you gotta have the keys. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, we have HIPAA in here.
When did this happen?
Last week.
And how long has it been since you haven't worked there?
April. We're recording this in August. So
do the math for me.
Yeah. April, May, June, July. Roughly about 4 months.
And he's doing pretty well in college.
Yeah. Actually, I am. You want to see my transcript?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to post that on Twitter?
Yeah.
At More Meets World?
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah. I'll even put my social on there.
Oh, very good.
Because I'm really smart.
I don't know how that would prove intelligence.
It doesn't. That's the joke.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You got me.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you. Not so dumb, am I?
So they break in, tried to turn in their paper. How does this go for the boys?
Looks like they're ready to get out of it. Except the flashlight goes dead.
Mm-hmm.
Cory's like, come on, Sean, change the batteries. Sean's like, I need a flashlight, I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Change batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cory's like, well, come on, we'll get some matches. There's got to be some matches. It's Chem Lab, right?
Of course, yeah.
Dr. Fuckwad forgot to lock up. Fuckwad or Fuckhead?
Fuckhead.
Sorry, Sorrell. Dr. Sorrell forgot to lock up the matches, or I guess in the 1990s they didn't care. They just left them out.
Yeah, who cares?
Because Sam Adams needed
It was John. But
sorry, yeah, they needed insurance money. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Get the matches off the lab counter. Cory goes to light them, ends up lighting the whole package. He's like, oh shit, this burns. Throws it in the trash can. Trash can goes ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, fiddlesticks.
Yep.
We gotta get out of here.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we gotta scram, Sean.
So they're out the window.
Yep.
And Cory has an idea, change of heart or something.
Like they land, and Cory's like, hey, Sean, was that fire out before you got out of there? And Sean's like, no, bro. And Cory's like, oh, no, man. It's gonna burn the whole place down. Chemicals explode. Sean's like, oh, fuck. At the end of my paper, I said chemicals don't explode.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Cory's like, well, I'm gonna go up there and fix this. He's like, hey, fix my paper while you're up there.
I like that part. That was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Cory climbs back up there. He puts it out, and we're going to jump to the next day.
And does he put it out, or does he pull the fire alarm?
Unclear.
Okay, because I think he pulled the fire alarm.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Is that a hero?
It's a hero.
All right. Next day, we get Cory and Sean. They're talking about last night's incident. And they're like, hey, no biggie. No one knows. No one saw us, right? And, of course, Janitor Bud.
Who's always there, yeah.
Comes around the corner, and he's like, oh, I know.
Yeah, I know you. I know what you did. I saw you.
Yeah.
Come here.
And so he takes Cory and brings him to Mr. Turner's class. And there's Turner, Eli, Feeney, and Bud said, here's the kid. I saw this fuzzy-headed fuck running through the hallway.
Here's this guy I told you about.
Yeah. And
then Turner's like,
gets a big attaboy. Yeah. Like you did today.
You're a big damn hero, sir. Cory's like, I know, Mr. Turner. Thank you.
That's one of my favorite parts or lines of this episode is Janitor Bud talking about, how he appreciates this and whatever. And if he didn't do it, some other janitor would be sweeping him up.
Because he's asleep in his office. When he says office, he means the janitor's closet.
So he just turned to ash. New janitor would be sweeping him up.
They've already got one lined up.
That's good shit.
Anyone who saves my life is good in my book. I'm like,
of course, they're asking Cory, what's up? Why were you here during that time?
Feeney is very skeptical. Like, you just happen to be walking by?
Mm-hmm.
Cory's like, yeah, duh.
I'm always just walking around the school.
Yeah.
No biggie.
You know me. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand anything.
Cory's like, hey, right place, right time kind of deal. We see a face of Feeney, which is just, he's not buying this shit.
Yeah.
He knows what's up, as always.
Something stinks is Sam Adams.
John. Where are we at here? Oh, now we got Sorrell, and guess what?
He knows his name.
That he does.
It's like, grade you guys' papers. He hands them the charred remains of their reports.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Cory, you got an A+, my friend. He's like, but the only thing left after the fire is my name and date.
Yeah.
I saw where you were going.
I saw where you were going.
Like the effort, like the idea. Sean, you got a D. Chemicals do explode.
Good little running gag. I enjoyed that. Good stuff. How's the water?
Wet.
Very good. So we get more Cory Sean chit chat where, hey, no one knows that we set the fire. You're a hero. Basically, Sean is telling Cory to kind of ride this wave and be like Timmy or Tommy or whoever.
Yeah. Quarterback guy.
And Janitor Bud has a present for Cory here.
Yeah, Janitor Bud has rigged Cory's locker to open like a garage door.
Yeah. You ever have anything like that?
I had a garage door once. Once upon a time. I'm familiar with the click and open technique. Thank you.
Very good.
Yep. And then he gives Cory the button to open it. He's like, here's another button for Mrs. Hero.
Then we see Topanga finally. And not very much this episode. Must be in New York shopping once again.
Must have been something. She was part-time this episode.
She lets Sean know about the rally that's happening, asking him if he's going. He's like, I don't want to see all that shit. Football players, blah, blah, blah. Cheerleaders. Wait. Cheerleaders. Yeah, I'll be there.
Ding, ding, ding.
So they go and give us a rundown of this rally.
Well, it's Cory doing a pep talk for the football guys. The football players. Gosh.
Football guys, yeah.
Yeah, football guys. You know, those guys, the football guys. Eric steps up to introduce him. He's like, hey, what's up, girl? See you eyeballing me. This week, me and so-and-so broke up, so I am single.
Surprise, surprise, yes.
All right, here's Cory. Cory comes out and he's like, guys, I know you're scared. That other team's bigger than you. Let me tell you something.
What's that?
Those flames were bigger than me. And people start clapping and shit.
Very good speech by Cory. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. He is riding the wave, and Sean is like, what have I created over there?
Yeah. I see this getting out of hand fast.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. It's so out of hand.
So, yes, there's a little Cory in everyone, so you can overcome anything.
Yeah.
And everyone's silent and confused by this. Yeah. Until he lets them know that's a metaphor. And then we, yay!
Yeah, we get metaphors.
Sean's looking a little worried about Cory. And then we get home and kind of chatting once again. And he's like, hey, I may have done this, may have done that, but it's not like I'm going to go in there and fucking lie straight to my parents' face. Cory walks in. Surprise! They happen to know, and what does he do?
Oh, he lies straight to their face.
Interesting. Another good line in this episode was, because Cory was like, how do you all know? Did Eric tell you? And he's like, they're like, the phone's been ringing all day. And Sean says, why didn't you just answer it?
Well, it was good.
And so Cory then proceeds to tell the parents a very wild fire story.
Yeah. Get them all amped up.
So then we see Cory question, is the truth worse or not here, I believe. What do you think? Opinion? In this situation, what do you think?
I definitely think the truth is worse, but he doesn't want to say it because he does that. He's admitting to breaking and entering, setting fire to, art. He's, confessing to arson. And
racked up a few charges there.
Yeah, for his little young, criminal career.
All he wanted to do was turn in a paper.
Yeah. So he's kind of like, okay, this other way, they don't find out, and I'm getting praised because I did do a good deed. I deserve this. But at the same time, it does kind of get out of hand.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So which way you going?
I'm not breaking in.
So you're just avoiding the entire situation.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not turning that paper in.
Yeah. But I'm not going to write a paper. So.
Yeah. I'll do it.
This episode wouldn't have happened in my life.
Yeah. You're probably sleeping. You're the guy that gets woken up by the fire alarm.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Like, time to go home, right?
So I would think Cory's a hero. Yes. So we got some more news here. And it's probably bad for Cory for this situation. Because Eli has arranged a few things for Cory.
He'll pull some strings, and the news is going to come to Cory's house that night to talk to him and do a story on him.
Yep. He gets to tell the entire city the whole story.
Yep.
And Feeney hears this, and he's like, I've been wanting to hear the whole story for a while, too.
Yeah. Feeney, that cheeky bastard.
While you may think that history is, vaguely interesting, the truth is it's fun and metal AF.
Echoes of the past are still reverberating through our world today, and Body Count is here to show you how our shared history affects your life on the daily.
Whether you know it or not. So, are you past the point of higher education?
Feel like you didn't learn anything from your high school history teacher?
Or just didn't give a flying crap about it?
Are you tired of always missing out on the yellow history pie piece in Trivial Pursuit?
Are you the horror of all your friends' game nights?
Did you once proudly announce that Napoleon Bonaparte was a super short little nutsack?
When in reality, he was an average-sized nutsack.
Have you been thinking about living under a faulty dam?
Or perhaps an active volcano?
Well, we have good news. It's not too late for you or your homeowner's insurance.
Come on over and listen to Body Count, the podcast that explores death and disaster through the ages with only one rule.
Someone, or usually a lot of someones, dies!
Because history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes.
A proud member of the MSE Podcast Network.
So then we meet a new character named Gomez.
Mm-hmm. Calling into the self-help line at the radio station.
Gomez, where do you think you got that from?
I have no idea.
It's actually Cory, if you actually don't know or didn't watch this episode.
Yeah, he calls in because he's confused on what to do to call, like, a psychologist, like, trying to describe it. I want to say Frasier.
Frasier.
What Frasier does.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Dr. Drew, if you will.
What was that show called?
Loveline.
Loveline, there you go.
I don't see Cory calling Loveline.
No?
No.
Eric?
Probably.
Sean?
Definitely.
Feeney?
Probably hosting it.
Turner?
Doesn't need it.
So we see Cory, and he calls Dr. Sharon, and he tells her that his name is Gomez.
Yeah.
Which leads him to be confused when she said, okay, Gomez, tell me your story.
He doesn't he pauses, and she goes, Gomez, are you still there? He's like, oh, yeah, it's Gomez. That's me.
That's me.
And then she goes on this whole spiel, and she's like, if you need inspiration, the news is doing a story on a very brave boy named Cory Matthews.
What the heck do you know, lady?
Yeah.
Hangs up the phone. Yeah. So then we're upstairs. We're getting ready for this big interview with Philadelphia Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric is really ready for this.
He's trying to get a job.
He's got a game plan here.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to get rid of that nobody weatherman that nobody likes. All he is a bunch of hair and a winning smile.
Mm-hmm.
How do I look, guys? And they're like, you look like a bunch of hair and a winning smile. And he's like, Eric goes, perfect.
Have we already seen him talk about weatherman stuff before yet, or not?
I just remember you mentioning that, that's his dream.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't remember if it's happened yet or not. You guys let me know over at Borb Meets World on the Twitter. So yeah, he's gonna be a weatherman. Can you see Eric Matthews as the weatherman?
Oh, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Would he Bill Mack or Eric Matthews?
Eric Matthews. He would make me want to watch the news. Because right now I don't watch.
That's the only weatherman I know. Do you know Bill Mack?
Sounds familiar. Can't place his face. I'm sure people listening don't know who the fuck we're talking about.
Oh, definitely not.
Because it's local news.
Just picture the most famous one you have in your town, and then picture Eric Matthews.
Yeah.
Which one would you want?
I think we all know we want Eric Matthews.
Oh, yeah. So, what goes down here? Let's talk about Amy and Alan, and I guess Eric, and they're being interviewed by, I forget her name, but she's very over the top, energetic, crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. She's like, say whatever you want, but do not talk over me.
So give us a run through on that little interview with the fam.
Basically, the interview runs like she's asking them questions. Alan and Amy are talking Cory up like he always does the right thing. Eric peddling for a job. Peddling. Panhandling. Whatever the fuck verb you want to use. I don't care. He's like, yeah, coming in like Hurricane Sandy and fucking East Coast, using weatherman speak.
You changed my mind. I don't want to see him as weatherman.
Yeah. Oh my god, I ruined his dream.
Yeah. Way to go.
Thanks.
What about Alan? I enjoyed this performance, I gotta say.
You know, Alan, during this performance, I feel like that's how Brandon would act if he was on camera talking about his kid. Like eyes darting around, kind of like unsure what to say.
I'm
just playing though.
Then we see Cory in the background, and I guess he's just talking to Sean, I think, but I forget. But he's talking about he's going to go on TV and lie to everyone, then he's going to go straight to hell. And the worst part is they're going to expect him to put out the fire. Yeah. Another great line.
That was a great line. Sean's over there stealing oranges and stuff off the catering table.
He's hungry in the trailer park, right?
Cory starts talking to
I forget. He lives in Turner. Never mind.
Yeah. Dad took off with the trailer. Woo! Yeah, Cory goes to the boom mic guy who may or may not be named Gomez, and he's like, hey, let's trade shirts.
Could have been named Zach Butler.
Oh, he could have, couldn't he? Yeah, look like him. But can't believe you used his last name.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll edit that out. Not really.
But yeah, he's trying to swap with this guy. The guy's like, go away, I'm trying to work.
He's like, hey, boomstick guy, what if we switch shirts? You do the interview, and I'll hold your stick here. It'll be a real gas. Oh. Cory is old.
Yeah. Who says gas?
Yeah.
Maybe Harley.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But he's probably never pulling a gas, I don't think.
No.
This is pouring gas on somebody.
Probably. Light him on fire.
Yeah.
Do him right.
Yeah.
Tune him up.
You got it. Then we see Cory steps outside during the parent interview. Mm-hmm. We see Feeney's got a problem with what's going on in his garden.
He's like, my azaleas require sunlight and water, not coaxial cables. Get that weak shit off my lawn. Take your cords. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. What do you want, Cory? Cory comes over for advice. And he's like, look, I know that you know. Tell me what I don't know. How do I handle this?
You lost me there.
Yeah.
Who knows what?
Yeah. Feeney knows, but he doesn't have enough evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So Cory's like, damn.
But Cory knows that Feeney knows.
Yep.
That he knows.
Yeah.
That he did it.
Yeah, but what Cory doesn't know is how to fix this.
But
Feeney does know that, so he can tell Cory what he doesn't know about fixing it.
Wait, go through one more time.
I'm not doing that again. I can't do it again.
So Feeney, Cory talk a little bit about what makes a hero here.
Yeah.
What makes a hero to you, Kyle?
It could be a fireman. They can be heroes. Could be that guy that works 30 years at a factory, hates his job, but it's the only way to support his family.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. Dad, represent.
Mm-hmm.
Love you. Mm-hmm. Thanks for doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, what was the other?
Well, it could be just somebody that does the right thing when it's not the easiest thing to do.
It's true.
Much like Cory's about to do. He's a real hero.
The real hero.
Thank you, Cory.
You're the real hero, Cory. Goes in there, tells his parents, like, hey, I'm a phony.
I'm a fake.
I'm a fake.
I'm a fraud.
I'm a fraud.
I'm an asshole.
Yep. I let that. Tell you what, Dad, you would have been proud. The most proud devil daddy ever. I let that shit ablaze, Father.
But he plays it secretive here.
Yeah, he's like,
He pretends to be mad.
you shouldn't have done that. Good job.
Oh, boy. So they let him know, first of all, that ass is in trouble.
Yeah.
Second,
That ass about to get beat.
we're going to go in there and tell such and such that this interview ain't going down. And by we mean you.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Yeah. Go tell her.
Because she's going to go a mile a minute here. And it's going to be wild.
And we'd rather her do that to you than us. Sorry, we're not better parents, Cory. Get in there.
And so that goes down. And, also, Cory gets to go to school tomorrow, but tomorrow is Saturday.
Right. Well, Fiend tells him, just wear old clothes because you're going to be painting.
You think there was a big, mess? I mean, how bad do you think this fire was? I mean, they still had school the next day, right?
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been too terrible.
No, I mean,
Just a little char on one wall, perhaps?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. It doesn't seem like Dr. Sorrell teaches anyway, so.
I mean, he does let people off the hook quite often, it seems like.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So that's the end of the episode until the end of the episode. And we see Bud. And he's taking away the garage door from Cory.
Yeah.
And he's also taking it from Mrs. Fraud as well.
Yeah, he looks at Devane. He's like, Mrs. Fraud. Takes the clicker back.
And Cory is very happy to be plain old Cory once again. And he bumps into Tommy and he says, "Hey, move, kid." Or, "Hey, kid, move." And he's like, "I even got my old name back." And we talk to Dr. Sorrell here for a moment. Well, we see him talk to Tommy, I guess, before this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Take all the time you need, blah, blah, blah." Cory has an actual doctor's note. He's like,
Tell someone who cares, Cory.
ain't even trying to give a shit.
No.
And that's the end. So do we have any more talking points over there, Kyle?
We sure don't.
All right. Episode 50, very special.
Yeah. Also, our shortest episode ever at 36 minutes.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got a lesson of the week? How about that?
Oh, man. For me personally,
Sure.
I mean, Cory learned that, to do the right thing even when it's not popular.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you learn?
I learned, I guess if you didn't do the paper, just don't do the paper.
Just don't do the paper in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Sleep it off.
You avoid a lot of trouble that way.
Yeah. You're not gonna run the risk of lighting the room on fire.
You won't set the school on fire. You won't be on the news. You won't have to lie to everyone in your life.
Just don't do it.
Just don't even open the book. Who cares?
Fuck it. Just drop it out of high school. Can only lead to more pain and misery.
What you got?
What do I got here? I don't know. I probably didn't learn anything. You put me on the spot here.
Oh shit.
I usually do mine after the fact.
Well,
I think it's
here we
clever.
are. It's okay. We got time.
Okay.
So we got 36 minutes.
This is how we're going to spend our episode 50 party right here.
Yeah, next 20 minutes is going to be Kyle thinking.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, man. I don't know. I tried watching Mindhunter, the new season.
The new season, you already watched the first one?
Yeah. Back 2 years ago when it came out, or 3 or whenever it did.
So you said you tried to watch it.
Yeah. Can't get into it, man.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It just doesn't grab me like the first season.
I didn't see much difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the second season?
Not done yet, but I'm very close.
How far are you in?
6, 7.
Okay. I'm on like 3 or 4. Or 4 or 5. One of them.
You at least got to see
Manson.
Manson.
Yeah, I saw pictures of him. Because,
It's Dewey Crow as Manson.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Nuh-uh.
All right, we gotta get off here and see this.
So this was 305 Boar Meets World. Hit us up on Boar Meets World over at Twitter. We got shirts over there at whatforapparel.com/boar brand. You want to let them know about the other show since that episode is officially out there now?
Yeah, we just dropped our first episode of Off the Tracks where we review albums. This one we're covering Alice in Chains Facelift.
It's a good one.
For
Check it
the,
out.
what anniversary is it? Like the
29th.
29th anniversary.
Yeah, last Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
August 21st, right? Yeah. And so yeah, check that out, and you can reach us for that show over at Off the Tracks Pod, POD, on Twitter, and you'll find a bunch of links to listen to that, and that's it.
All right.
So we'll see you next week. Maybe 51 will be more important than 50.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll do like an off one, like 53 or something.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.